Welcome back to another episode of Imperfect Voices Podcast. Here back for another week for you on YouTube. Check us out here. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts.
True.
Here we got the whole gang with us today. To my right, we got Mish.
Hi.
And of the year, the other year.
Say the of the year.
Gang. We got Steph to my left. Depoy, Defensive Player of the Year.
I want a new nickname.
Okay.
No, I like that nickname.
For real. And we got my boy Jordan to my far left. Devil's favorite advocate, right?
Yeah.
Absolute favorite advocate.
You know who you got here? Poppy Smoke. In the flesh. Baby.
Stop it.
Literally.
Back for another week. How y'all doing, guys? How we feeling?
Good. September is coming to an end.
That's fucking crazy.
Libra season. Hey,
I saw a funny
shout out to all my
tweet.
Libras.
I saw a funny tweet that said, dang, September got somewhere to be. And I was like, facts.
Why do y'all feel like, or that
Tell us.
the years are going by faster? Why do you
they're
feel
old.
like that? I think so too. We'll go
Okay,
ahead.
have you seen those videos on YouTube?
That you slipped into a different time dimension?
No, yes,
Okay.
but no. There's videos on YouTube that are really stupid, and I only know because my niece made me watch one, where they play a song, and then like every time that the singer says a certain word, the song speeds up. So it's like by the end that you can't even understand what they're saying. That's how I feel like is happening with time.
What?
Like every year that passes, time is like continuing.
So
to go
what's the
faster.
like Rumpelstiltskin word that we can say to like chill it down?
Stop time?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Donda.
Donda.
That's probably gonna make time go farther.
What if? Oh my God! What if your time stopped after you've said Donda? What was it? 54
Yeah,
times?
54
What if your 54th time you say Donda? You're just like.
Dead.
Yeah.
What if?
Just straight shut down.
What if we get to the end of the year and then we wake up and it's January 1st, 2020?
Oh.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
And then we have to live through it again.
I don't know. Maybe
Just start buying toilet paper, right?
Maybe it'll be different.
Do you know how crazy that? Okay, so I just started watching New Girl, and there's an episode
Love New
which
Girl.
okay,
New Girl's
anyways,
good.
whatever.
Okay,
New Girl's good.
New Girl's good, but
So-
Jess is like, eh.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't like love her. Okay, whatever. I'm not trying to get really far off. All I was gonna say is there's this episode of New Girl where Nick, he is bartending, and there's this weird old guy at the bar, and he's like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Nick," and he was like, "I'm
Oh my
Nick."
God,
Yes,
yes.
and he was like. I don't know, later on in the episode, he's like, you know I'm you from the future, right? And then, like, he's, like, telling him things that are going to happen throughout the day, and they happen. And he's like, you need to apologize to her. And he's like, what do I do? Like, what did I do to her? And he's like, you just need to apologize to her and make her an old-fashioned. And at the end of the episode, the old guy just, like, walks out the back door, and he's like, no, old Nick, wait. And when he walks out the back door, he goes into a cardboard box, and he comes out with a fucking toothpaste. But it's just funny because I feel like, first of all, the idea that you would run into your future self, I don't want to do it because I'm already a terrible person right now. Don't want to know who I am later.
Hopefully, future self is trying to help
Better?
us.
You think so?
Maybe trying to help
I
us.
don't know.
Like,
I know
Terminator
who I am.
style.
Maybe like other self reincarnated as somebody else.
A reincarnated person, I would probably be better. Me in my future, I want the worst for me. So.
Oh, future.
Oh, you
yeah.
want the worst for you?
Yeah,
I
I
do
want
have
the
a
worst for
theory.
everyone.
Though. I have a theory.
Shoot.
When we're younger, there's more like milestones. Like
Okay.
you're going to a
I
different
already
grade.
agree.
You're going to a different grade every year. It's a big
So it feels
deal
bigger,
every
yeah.
time. Oh, now I'm 13. Oh, now I'm going
middle
to high
school,
school.
high
you know,
school.
high school. Like basketball games. Anyways, you have more milestones when you're younger, so it feels like time's going by slower. And when we're older, we're just going to work every day, coming home. We may do something on the weekends, but for the most
Like
part,
Squidward.
yeah.
I was just
Where
about
he's
to say,
like,
Mish,
Exactly.
do,
I was just
yeah,
about to
everything's
say
just
it.
changing behind him, and
He's
he's
just
like,
everything's
Yeah, exactly.
everything's the same, just another day.
Exactly.
Another day.
We gotta be more like
Another day.
SpongeBob.
maybe.
Yes, exactly.
I was
Go
gonna
tell
say, maybe that's why I have such bad memory, because none of this shit even matters anyways, because...
I'm be
Maybe I'm
selfish. I'm be selfish. This whatchamacallit. This episode drops on the day of my grandpa's birthday. So, gang.
R.I.P. Grandpa Joe.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Grandpa Joe.
Grandpa Joe. Our producer back here has a Grandpa Joe shirt on. So shout out to him.
Crazy.
Um,
What are we getting into this week, guys?
what do you mean, like
Oh,
personally?
God.
No, podcast wise.
I was like, I have a full week.
We're here to shoot a podcast, Mish.
Personally,
Let's
well,
get it.
therapy session, but you guys are all here, all the people I care about.
For real.
And everyone watching.
That's true. Y'all are all here.
Life. Update on Gabby.
Oh yeah, gosh.
So they found the body.
We knew
They
that.
confirmed it. Yeah, that's
They had
good.
found a body.
A body.
They didn't. We
They
didn't know.
suspected it was her, but they couldn't confirm
Prove
it.
it. They had to do forensics, and DNA did match. Sad.
And
I wanted her to be alive so bad.
they think it's homicide, or
Yeah, they think
the
she
body
was killed.
suggests yes that it was. She
Which
was
is like
killed.
really annoying because you issued the arrest, like, and you could. I feel like I know that he was lawyered up as soon as they went to go talk to him. I just feel like they didn't try hard enough. Because I feel like, I don't know anything about it, but I've seen shows where they're like, you can't leave the state, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we're going to come find you, so stay here type thing.
I'm gonna say
I guess it
it's 'cause
depends
he's
on
white.
whether they're. Yes,
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
why.
But it does depend on also if they feel like you're a flight risk in the first place.
That's true.
Like,
I feel like that was already the need for that extra, guard. I don't even know what to fucking say. I in general, because they were already like, you're lawyered up, you're not giving us any information about someone who you claim that you love. I think that is enough reason to be
Literally.
like, hey, we're just gonna make sure that everything's good. We should keep an eye on you, because they do that to people like.
Yeah.
Anything for
Yeah.
no reason.
They're
Well,
like,
I
hey, we're
mean-
going to be stopping by. Make sure you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the fucking time.
That's true. Well, I mean, he's gonna get caught, and now it doesn't
Hopefully.
doesn't make you look innocent if you flee. So
Yeah, it said an arrest warrant's been issued for him.
If they find him. Oh,
His indictment on federal charges
did
in
y'all,
connection to
did
the
I
death.
hear this?
Yeah, because they made the FBI get involved,
Yeah.
so they automatically were federal charges.
Where's Ice-T at when you need
I can't remember where I heard it, but they said that there was a sighting of him somewhere in Florida.
They were saying that he was like hitchhiking. or
Yes, somebody
something.
said that they think they saw him on their deer cam, like in the woods.
Oh yeah.
You
that
can find
too.
5 dudes that look like this at Scruffs right now.
yeah.
Hey, if y'all have scruffs and your hairline is receding, watch out.
And you wearing a dad hat, you finna get arrested.
I'm finna
bro.
call somebody on you.
You finna get pummeled.
Finna put them laws in your life.
No, I agree. I mean, I think there would have been an arrest warrant out a lot earlier, and I don't think he would have been able to. They would have had their eye on him if he was black. I think.
Hot take. I think that his parents are in on it.
Oh,
I think that his
for
parents
sure.
know exactly where he's at.
Probably.
I don't know how they're keeping
I
contact
don't
with
think
him.
they know where he's at, but I think they were
They know-
like,
they told him run.
Yeah.
Yo, your kid, you holding it down?
I probably would hold it down. I'm sorry.
If it's
to
my
say.
yeah,
My
yeah.
kid, I don't know nothing.
I'm sorry.
Nope.
Like,
I would just tell him,
I don't know where.
I love you a lot. I'm very not happy with your decisions, but I don't want you to go to jail, bro.
I don't know. I
Just
guess it
$5,000?
depends. I guess it depends. Like, if it was like somebody, if they had been dating and like I cared about this person, then I would probably be like,
That girl, like if you cared about her, you would.
Yeah.
So you're insinuating that the parents don't care about her.
yeah, not really.
Okay, my question is, do you feel like you would want an explanation before they left?
No.
What do you mean?
Would you require an explanation
From your
him?
son?
Yeah, from your
Oh.
son.
The
before
less you know,
left?
the better. No, I don't want anything.
That's true. Maybe he didn't give them an explanation.
Plausible deniability.
Maybe he was just like, "This is what I need," and they were like, "Okay, son,
Pussies.
are you in?"
Well, they have a lot of money, right? Like.
Yeah, they have,
apparently,
they
yeah.
have a like buttload of land.
Yeah,
was
that's what I
gonna say
heard.
a
So I mean,
fuck ton,
so they should have a lot of money. So I mean, I don't think it's any problem to.
yeah, maybe they were just like,
He's definitely like living on the land though. Like he's.
I think he
just
lives.
camping.
He's living on the land
Yeah.
too, and that's my thing. Is if he has an arrest warrant, then they should be able to have a warrant to go and search their property. But
Right.
I mean, they probably are.
maybe for the next few weeks, but it's
I don't
a lot
know.
of land.
So yeah, that's a lot.
whatever. I don't want to talk about this shit anymore because I really want to find him.
Frustrating.
Well, there was.
He'll get
I
caught.
think this is what.
The term that came out this week, missing white woman syndrome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
But like Twitter was definitely like, it's sad, but there's lots of people that go missing every day, and
Every day,
America's
yeah.
not up in arms about it unless it's.
Because y'all messed up our sleep. What was it, Friday night, Saturday
Oh
night?
my
It was
god.
loud. Did you
That was
night.
ridiculous,
The
bro.
Amber Alert?
At 5
Oh.
o'clock in the morning, bro.
I've turned off
Friday
my
night.
alerts.
I should probably do that too.
I felt guilty about it. I was like,
No, bro, you should not feel guilty.
On, but I don't be doing nothing about it. Like I don't even know the name of this chick. This
Exactly.
kid. I don't even
the
know if it's
last
black or
one,
white.
like not this most recent one, but the ones like before that, there was one that was blowing me up at work, and I'm like, I want to turn it off, but I feel so guilty about that. And then this last time, I was just like,
My
did
sleep
it.
shouldn't have to suffer because some people want to kidnap kids out there, bro. Sorry.
I feel like we should only
John's
get
getting
Amber
cut off.
Alerts in our area.
Yes.
Because I have seen one that's
But-
in the area, and I'm like, oh my god. So
I've seen one that said Waco before,
Yeah.
and I was like, yo, what the fuck? But they found the kid really soon
Where they
after.
at? Where they at? Where
I guess
they
they want
at?
people to look.
Okay.
Never mind. Go.
We should
Filter
form
them?
what?
We should form a task force.
The police already don't do what
Like
they're supposed
volunteer
to.
firefighters. Like Dwight. Volunteer.
Could you
Knights of the
imagine?
night?
Could you imagine your kid is missing and Dwight is the one that's going to find them?
Quit playing, because.
No, Jay.
Dwight will find him, bro. Dwight will find
Dwight
him. Dwight will not
What were you
stop.
going to say?
No, I was gonna say Misha made a really good point
I
about.
do that. Continue.
Oh God! You know what? Fuck it. I don't want to say it anymore.
Go.
God, I remember now.
Oh,
This is what happens when y'all cut me off.
I made a good
You
point.
ruined.
I'll wait.
You should have been like, I'll wait.
I'll wait.
No, don't worry, guys. I'll wait.
wait.
No, don't worry.
I'll wait.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
No, she was talking first. I kind of talked over her, and then I let
You
you
really
go.
don't remember?
This
No,
happens
she
all the
won't.
fucking time.
Me too. It happens to me too. I hate it.
It's
What was I going to say?
that's a, stop it.
I do that when I tweet, and I will
It's-
tweet. Dang, I was about to tweet something.
No, it's so much easier for me to have these fuck ups whenever y'all can't see my face because I try really hard not to have a really bad staring like off into the
Like,
and whenever we're doing the podcast on the phone, y'all be talking about shit and I'll be like, huh? Like, all the time.
How many times a day do y'all just have y'all phone in your hands? You're like,
Yeah,
because I do it
all the
like
time.
4 or 5 times, bro.
but
a
it's
week,
like
a day.
it's not worse, but I feel like it is like as a server because I used to feel like anytime I walk into the kitchen, mine goes blank.
How did you do
instantly.
that? You said what I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
was I finna
Misha had made a good point. I don't think she said it on the podcast, but she said it the other day whenever we were all hanging out. She was like, it's the weirdest thing whenever you're a server and your Amber Alert goes off and then everybody in the restaurant's Amber Alert goes off
Like
and we're all
fucking
just
dystopian feeling. Like
it's
everyone's
really
like we're
weird.
going about our day, and then the whole restaurant starts buzzing, and
It's
we're
like,
all like
brr,
not
brr,
gonna do
brr.
shit about it. They still want to order their drinks and shit.
Dang, she kidnapped. Well, let me, like I said, let me get that big red.
Would it be crazy if like one of your people at the table or like somebody nearby was like, oh my God, I know that name. Like
That would be scary.
That'd be
wild.
scary.
That would be scary. But their friends would still be like, I'm sorry, where's the ketchup?
I was gonna say back to the white woman syndrome.
Oh,
Yes.
Because
Thank you.
personally, all right. So I think there's a couple things here. When you said thousands of people go missing, what
Every day,
What'd you
B.
say every day?
Every day.
I don't know if that's thousands of people every day. That's kind of a crazy
there was
number.
statistics, bro.
Google
But-
it, go.
None of them are white women.
No, okay, so
None
what
of the
they
other
were,
people getting kidnapped.
but that's what they were trying to say though, is
'Cause I don't
that
think that's the reason why this
favorite
particular case
advocate.
is. Yeah, I mean,
It is
I have devil's
estimated
favorite
that
advocate.
2,300 children are missing every day in the United
that's
States.
just children, bro.
Only this one is the white.
How many of these
Okay,
children
no,
are
I'm not
working at
saying-
Amazon right
No,
now?
That's
the,
not what-
I just thought it was
term
the white woman
no,
syndrome.
the term
part.
white woman syndrome
Slide
comes
a bit.
because of the fact that that's exactly what Misha was saying, is that it doesn't get. Are you okay?
This is terrible.
What?
Like, this is sad.
I
Like,
have to sneeze because you did that.
sorry.
Well, I let my joke slid under all of y'all. I said, how many of these kids work for Amazon
It
now?
says
Oh.
it says for like people that go missing like worldwide, it's like 30,000.
A day?
I think so.
The
Boy,
rest
if
of-
y'all didn't think that sex trafficking was real before. Well, even just human trafficking, period, because
Right.
that's just one thing that we have to understand is that trafficking.
Approximately 4,400 unidentified bodies are recovered every year.
4,000?
Hey, man, take care of your loved ones, dog. That's what I can say. Take care of your loved
going,
ones.
Jesus.
bro.
Okay, so the term white
this is
woman
sad.
syndrome comes from the fact that white people tend, and white women specifically, tend to get bigger coverage on when they're missing, or even with other, you know,
Any situation.
any situation.
I got a joke, but I'm
Rape
just let it go.
crimes,
Just let it
Like,
go.
God, every time we're trying to be fucking serious about something, he don't even know how to act.
Ever.
God.
I was just going to say, except for in the case of O.J. Simpson, but go ahead.
I hate you.
Hey, wasn't she white?
There goes the joke. Yeah, exactly. That was the only case. That was literally the only case where they didn't care that it was a white
And
woman.
I feel like it gets longer.
I mean, they
You
did.
got off.
They did. They
Like, I
did.
feel
But
like-
it wasn't the most popular part of.
No.
Like I
Okay.
feel like
That
they,
was
other
big
The
part
things.
glove was more
It was-
famous than her.
No,
was at the end.
the reason, okay, it became even more of a famous story because of the fact that it didn't fit.
My
Which,
bad,
that
go
was
ahead.
so fucking
Go
stupid,
ahead,
but it
go
was
ahead.
still white woman, like,
Yeah.
like missing white, well, white woman syndrome thing. But yes, okay. So your question was, is it the only one person?
Is that her Jordan voice?
The Jordan or me?
Oh no, my Jordan voice is.
I'm going to bring it back. I'm trying to.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to bring the point back.
Yeah.
I do agree that that's true, but I think that's just another fancy word for white privilege.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for sure.
of course,
But
it's like a
people
media
care-
word, a media term.
Right, it's
Yeah.
a media term, but it's like also like, okay, like Gian, right?
Yeah.
Recently, that was huge.
That was crazy.
Like, and
Vanessa
it's not
Guillen.
to say I'm not saying that like we don't care when people are missing, but
But to be fair, the reason she became so big and heavy was because her family was fighting for her. Like they were on they were knocking on doors. They were
No, I
calling
mean, it's-
everybody they knew.
that would have been
and
covered up because it was military. If they hadn't done
Definitely.
that.
And the only reason it even got bigger was because military personnel themselves were like, hey, this happens a
Right.
lot,
Right.
And then I was.
Are you raising your hand?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
raising
raising-
my hand.
I'll raise my hands first.
Go. I'll wait.
Another reason they got popping was because they found like 4 or 5 dead bodies on
Yes,
the way to
they didn't
hers.
even find
On
hers
top of
first.
that,
Right.
then now Mish.
I was gonna say, do we think that Gabby
Yeah.
Petito's parents like had the connections, the money, the resources
To be able to find her?
No, to like get the story to bigger news.
No, I think the reason why it's
Networks.
so big is because like.
Sympathy gets shown more.
Well, I mean,
Especially
there was
like-
also they released the video of like them being stopped and everything. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but
just-
that was after
it
the
be-
fact.
We have to keep in,
Right, but
in
it
mind
became
that
really-
she was kind of prominent online, so people were expecting her updates and stuff, and she
Right.
wasn't updating. So it kind of probably just like was word of mouth too.
I just think there's other things that are drawing us into this story,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
It was
agree,
definitely
white
like-
privilege, of
But I
course.
mean, honestly, like more now, but I see at least like 10 missing, hey, this person is missing thing on Twitter.
And that's what I was gonna say is that
Like missing, retweet.
had they not said about the missing white woman syndrome, it wouldn't have brought as much attention to all these people that have been missing, and everybody's been like, what about this person? What about that person? And they were also talking about men that have been gone missing, and of course they're black and brown men. So I think it's really important that even though people were saying like, oh, it was fucked up of that reporter to be like, oh, it's a missing white woman thing, it really did a lot of good in the end because they found out about that Jelani. You know what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about?
that young man. Yeah,
He was missing.
he was missing. They found a body they thought was his, and then didn't even there was a month went by before they actually identified it as his body.
I know, that's shitty. And they've had his body in the morgue this entire time.
This is gonna sound mad, all lives matter type of thing, but I feel like why does one like? It seems kind of negative that okay, this person's getting a lot of press, but what about these people? What about these people? What about these people?
is.
Rather than like, okay, this one for some reason is one that has a lot of media attention. Yes, promote the other ones as well, but it's like why? It's like it seems like people are upset
People
that
are,
she's
yeah.
getting this media attention. When
I
it's-
mean,
if you think about it,
rightfully
it's,
so though.
okay,
You're saying like people shouldn't be upset that she was getting the media attention?
I think we shouldn't be upset about that. Everybody should be getting the same media attention. Not necessarily that we're upset that this woman is getting it, because at the end of the day, it's still
Because-
tragic that this
No,
girl
yeah,
lost her
definitely.
life.
Yeah.
But we'd rather just speed past this because it's a white woman and say, oh, let's focus on these other people.
I feel like no one. I don't feel like the people that were like on my timeline. No one was like fuck her basically or fuck her death.
Okay.
They were just
Yeah.
saying like, bro, why is it that white people are the only people, especially white women,
end up
getting
on CNN
that?
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Because it definitely feels like that. You
Okay.
know, once you saw the story breaking, it's like,
And I was
your
gonna
brain
say,
immediately goes, you know, if this was a black person, Mexican
Yeah.
person, we would no one care, you know? But that's just, you know, us being us.
but that's what's kind of crazy though, is because I was telling you, I was like, oh, we have to think about her media presence and stuff like that, and that's
Yeah.
maybe why it got so big.
And someone else's media presence.
That's
all
literally what
on
I was gonna
YouTube,
say
you
was-
know?
And the video and the fact that he's missing now and like it's
Like
just
one thing
it's a
after
whole bunch
another.
of things that are like making this story really compelling, and all of us are still probably checking on this story because it's always developing.
And I guess
Yeah.
that makes sense too because like there was a type of the case was like
Ongoing.
changing.
Ongoing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was ongoing.
'Cause they didn't
There was no
Whereas
updates.
like
The-
most
yeah.
missing people where do you start looking? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if you don't have any leads, if you don't have nowhere to look, then there's no, like...
There's nothing that keeps... Yeah,
People,
exactly. You
like,
can't get updates because it goes cold. And they're just like, well, we have to wait until someone spots them or they find the body.
Something.
Yeah.
You know, but this person, they had a person of interest. Like,
Yeah.
it just so happens to be the boyfriend. It's mysterious because they went on the
Yeah, it
trip,
was definitely, like,
and he
plot
came
twist
back
after
without
plot
her.
twist.
So
Yeah.
it almost sounds like a movie that we're wanting to find out the end of.
I was gonna
Kinda
say, it
sick.
was like a
It's
Lifetime
kinda
movie.
dystopian.
Yeah.
I guess that's like the reason I was saying that though is because someone who was not a white woman, and who is kind of, you know, popular, I don't know if everyone knows who she is, had been missing for a month, and then it barely started getting media coverage, like,
I didn't know
last
she was
week.
missing for that long.
None of us knew.
That's
None of us
crazy.
knew. Yeah. And it only came into light because I think people were talking about, hey, oh, you know, the white woman syndrome thing, and they were just like, bro, like, this person has not been heard of for this long.
Yeah.
And they were talking about Kelly Price, and they were saying that she had gone to the hospital because she was sick with COVID, but she was discharged, but she wasn't even over it, and she was still having really severe symptoms. And then apparently her family was trying to get in contact with her, and her, like, the person, like, her boyfriend was speaking for her.
Yeah.
And wasn't giving people
Yeah.
contact with her.
And then I also read somewhere that they were going to her house and he just wouldn't let them in.
Oh.
Like, he was like, she can't come to the door right now, type thing. Because then people on Twitter were like, that's when I come back with my whole family. Like, what are you
Okay,
talking
but
about?
my thing is like, bro, you can send cops for a wellness. I understand, and
Yeah.
I really do understand not calling cops on brown people at all because that's just it ends up being bad
Yeah.
for a lot of parties when it doesn't need to. But I feel like if you know that's enough, you don't want to get involved personally. You call the cops, and when you call for a wellness check, they have to physically see that person, and they will talk to
Yeah.
them
Oh, really?
and be like, yes. If not, they will like do some real investigation.
Well, I mean, that's what it's saying right here. It
Go.
says she has been listed as a missing person. And following a welfare check conducted at her home last Saturday, they found no evidence of foul play and spoke with the boyfriend. But now listed as missing. Was listed as missing. You can read that part.
About a week later, Kelly was admitted to the ICU. According to her family, they told TMZ that they were in touch, but she was in the hospital. They were shocked to hear that she was discharged 3 weeks later. She was not still fully healthy. Authorities said Kelly's boyfriend was cooperative when they spoke to him, but Kelly's family told investigators that he's been keeping friends and family from visiting her home.
And then it says the story's still developing.
That was
Like,
yesterday.
That's kind of scary. Like,
Hella sketch, bro. Hella sketch.
who like knows what's going on? You know, like behind
Significant
closed
others
doors.
are always
Oh, yeah, that was Friday.
high
This was
persons of
Friday.
interest.
Yeah, it's crazy. Gone
that
Girl.
literally, yeah,
Gone Girl type
all
shit.
of that, yeah, oh god, that was a crazy movie. But
Give myself the chills.
she's like,
Yeah, really significant. Other.
no, but for real, like, I feel like that's kind of crazy to me to think, like, even, I mean, I have people that I'm really, really close to, so I know that if they didn't talk to me for a couple days, they're coming and knocking on the door, they're, like, someone's gonna find me, and I just, like,
Yo.
I share my location with so many people that, like, I know, you know, if something
Yeah.
like that were to happen, and I understand. Oh, actually, that's part of an update. Your location is they can still track your phone even when your phone's off now.
Oh, yeah.
On the
I
iOS
was just
15.
like-
That's good.
Y'all need to be
And
sending
dangerous.
y'all stuff to people.
Yeah.
That's good.
But
Cool and dangerous, but I feel like they did it because of the fact that, like, you can't find your stuff.
I'm not
and
even
it's
gonna
off.
cap though. I guess just reading about the missing persons thing, I was like, you know what? I wonder if I can get like Apple tags and stick them on all my nieces and nephews, so that way I can track them where
You're gonna
they're
spend a
at.
lot of money.
I know.
They're
but,
really not that
like,
expensive.
No,
on
they're
her.
not expensive.
They're
They're
like
like
pretty cheap.
$3. Or like 3 of them
I'm
for
just saying,
like.
like,
Which shows how much
75
money
bucks?
she's gonna be spending. Cause
I already spent that much money.
I'm dead.
Oh, because I have a lot of.
You have a lot, so it's gonna cost a lot. Get
It's
it?
fine. Yeah, it was funny.
Hey, bro, I'll give you $10. You know, when it comes to the babies, I'll be trying.
Yeah, they do. They do. Shout out to y'all.
But then you have to try to invest back in mine because, you know, I got like 7.
You do.
You want to talk about something that's happening more local? The Haitians and the Texas border.
Yeah,
We
that's
kind of
crazy.
started talking about it
Was
last week, but we
super
didn't know
crazy.
how deep it was getting.
Yeah.
It was really wild.
Let's see.
So yeah, the rise of Haitian migration began in the month. I'm gonna take out my grill.
Ew.
Okay,
It just got
Disgusting.
real.
I'm so
It just
sorry I
got
had to
real.
see
He
that.
took the grill off.
In the months after President Biden took office and quickly began reversing former President Trump's strict migration policies, my bad, Mish,
okay.
which was interrupted by many as a sign that the U.S. would be more welcome to immigrants. In May, the administration extended temporary protected status for over 150,000 Haitians already living in the country, but 10,000 have attempted to cross into the U.S. since then, despite not qualifying for the program.
Sheesh. It says, the next one says, an estimated amount of 12,000 immigrants, mainly Haitians, crossed from Ciudad, Mexico to Rio Grande del Rio, Texas. And this picture is crazy. Can they see that picture, bro? Not yet.
Not yet, but we can now. E, can you, whoever,
Roll it.
back there.
This was very unexpected for U.S. Border Patrols, and they are running out of resources at this camp where many are waiting with dreams of asylum.
So they're getting overloaded, basically.
Inhumane and unjust treatment is what we are witnessing against asylum seekers from Haiti. Asylum is legal, and our brothers and sisters from Haiti deserve that right. I know this is not a funny topic, but have y'all seen Clueless?
Yes.
Okay.
Whenever Cher's giving her speech about immigration, and she's like, it's like that dinner party I planned with my parents that people didn't RSVP to, but I just moved some stuff around. It's like, the more the merrier. And then the
So fucking
the other girl was like, I can't talk about this. We're talking about immigration, and she's talking about a dinner party. That's what I remember.
So America needs to move some stuff around. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
just rearrange some things. The more the merrier.
Yeah.
America has plenty of space to rearrange some things, and that's something we don't talk about enough.
Which one are you on? Go to the next one.
Because they be all worried about, I don't know. That's kind of like where I kind of understand whenever Republicans are like, y'all are worried about helping these immigrants, but y'all ain't even worried about helping the American people. Dead ass. They don't give a fuck about American people. They don't care about immigrants neither. That's why they're over here literally whipping them
Like, I mean,
at the border. They're throwing babies in water. Throwing babies off a fucking plane.
it says,
Yeah.
Due to this, some Haitians decided to cross back into Mexico for food and water. However, Border Patrol decided to stop them from returning back into Texas. U.S. has now started mass expulsion of Haitian immigrants back to Haiti. 320 migrants were sent back Sunday. Triple that are expected Tuesday. I don't know if y'all saw that video of them getting their stuff. So basically, they flew them over there and just threw all their belongings in a pile, and they had to like dig out what was theirs.
I remember I asked that question. I was like, do they even get to take anything with them? And Jordan was like, yeah, like they get to pack stuff. And I was like, bro,
Like bare
it doesn't even
minimum.
matter. But it didn't
Yeah.
even matter. Like, that's terrible.
Then some agents on horseback inhumanely decided to use their reins in order to stop the immigrants from entering into Texas. Okay, that's what you're talking about.
Apparently,
So they were saying the reins were for the horses, but the people were using them as like whips.
because they're supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like lassos.
Well, no, they weren't.
Like whips.
They were using them like they were like. I saw like some pictures and like you could tell that they were clearly like hitting them. They weren't just trying to like.
Honestly, that tweet is like
Either
super
way, it's bad. I mean, I
condescending.
don't know.
What the one where they're like
That's
saying,
what I didn't like it.
Yes. Okay. Now, but it makes sense now in context for me personally. This one's from Sawyer Hackett. I don't know who that is.
yeah,
on Twitter.
fuck you.
He said, after being denied their legal right to make an asylum claim, hundreds of Haitians are deported to Port-au-Prince, where they find their unlabeled belongings scattered on the ground by ICE.
Oh, just kidding, not you. The next one.
Yeah.
The National Fraternal Order of Police Twitter.
Yeah. And basically, he
So-
says for all you Twitter warriors out there.
That's why I didn't like
yeah,
it. I was
first of
like,
all,
oh.
like, kiss my ass. And he's trying to say that they're not whips, they're reins for the horses, but your people were using them as whips, so.
Stay with us here. It's like a steering wheel that is used to drive the car. The reins are used to drive
Thanks
the
for
horse.
coming to our TED Talk. How old are you? Who's running this account? I just want to talk. Yeah, like,
A middle-aged 50-year-old woman.
yeah. Thanks for coming to our TED Talk. Like, this is. But yeah, so I don't know.
She said, "Oh, this finna kill him. Watch this fight."
She said,
yeah,
Thanks for coming to our
this
TED
finna
Talk.
hit.
Anytime you end something with that, you really think you did something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did it. Yeah. I
you
brought
got-
you something.
how you got Twitter fingers and you don't even know how to use it?
So what's all things?
Was that?
We talk about this all the time, right?
Oh, and real
At
quick,
some point,
shout
there's
out
a-
to the Mexicans that are down there at the border that are giving them food.
They're giving them
and water.
haircuts and all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
different
They're
resources
taking
down
care of
there.
them, bro. It is crazy.
Happy
And-
Hispanic Heritage Month.
Okay, all right. No, and it's kind of crazy too though because they always try to paint like Mexicans as like people that hate, darker people, and like we do understand that is still an
Colorism
ongoing.
is a real thing.
Yeah, colorism is still a real thing that we all are trying to work through with our people, but I think that's crazy. Like if that doesn't show you like the change of the entire environment, because I think like I was telling somebody the other day that I think that COVID has really changed all of us like in a way that we have to just be more caring
Or
to
better
one
or
another.
worse, that's for sure.
Yeah.
What were you about to say, Jordan? I'll cut you off.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
You said this is
How
something that
does
we say all the
this-
time.
Oh yes, you said that's
Oh
what you
well, it seems like the border's always an issue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's like our solution? Because I just don't.
Well, at
is
least
it
hold up-
realistic to just let everybody in?
No, it's not
no.
realistic, but at
we have
least
to have
just
some type of policy. But I agree, we have to be humane. Like
Yeah.
there's not. I mean, you can be compassionate towards people that are
Yeah.
seeking asylum. I think there is a way of that, but also it can't just be a free for all.
I
We
say,
just
I say
need
let's
to-
not. Or let's just hold up our promises of letting in 150,000 Haitians
Well, I think they said they
to
did.
it.
Well, how did
But it's no,
Right.
yeah.
question
no.
from the audience?
Okay.
How did isn't Haiti like really far? Isn't that an island?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Southside's an island.
So how did they get to the border? Do you know? Does anybody know?
How did they get?
Like they're fleeing Haiti, right? So did they flee originally to Mexico
Through
and
Mexico?
then they made their way to the U.S.? Like I don't.
No, I think they were going to Mexico because that's where.
Hey Siri, where Haiti at?
Look,
Jesus.
By Puerto Rico?
1900.
it's almost.
Oh, dang,
it's
my
almost-
bad. I turned on.
So
Siri for
yeah, I was
It's
gonna say a
almost
lot of
2,000
Haitians are in
miles.
Florida because I think it's closer.
Yeah, but these
No.
but these Haitians are seeking asylum from Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
To
it's
the US.
legal for them.
I think they took them. Oh, damn, I don't know. I don't want to say the
know
wrong
either.
thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
either. But that was
Maybe
a
it
really
was,
good question.
maybe it was like ships from.
If you ever
from
wanna sit
Haiti
in the
to
audience-
Mexico.
propaganda. It's not real.
and give your comments, just let me know because you can text me and I'll be like, whoa, audience question. So,
Shit, I really don't even know, honestly. But Jordan's question about what is the solution, I feel like we need, and I feel like the way that America is right now and how they are about, immigrants.
everything.
Everything. But how they seem to feel about immigrants not caring and stuff, this probably won't ever happen, especially not in our lifetime. But if they were to just have a better, isn't it like Homeland Security, like a better group or
Organization that's not violent but also not passive.
Well, that's not violent, but is also like if we had something for actual asylum seekers to get,
We do.
I can't wait to screen grab that and make that a reaction.
For real.
anyway.
We have entire organizations.
But
for
why
this,
does it take someone
Because it's-
years and years to become a citizen? Like, why are
You're
they
talking about people
not?
becoming because there's
saying-
so many people. Like, that's why it gets worked through.
But I'm saying though, like even then,
No, I think that's
why are we not
easier.
putting?
One of-
Why are we not putting more
What we're
resources?
what we're
toward that?
discussing is when the borders get overloaded with people that you can't process. Like they like.
Well, then
Misha-
at that point, then
the
you
tweet
make
that
you
Misha
make
said that we
separate
already have 150,000 people. You said 100.
150,000
people
Asians.
got-
Already here.
They-
We're already here. Then they said there was other people coming to the border. So we're already
so
harboring
the 150,000 people got it, but
Yes.
tens of thousands of people were like, "Hey, yo, we want some of that too."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
And
we
they're trying
already
to
have
come in.
150,000
So
people.
I
I think
mean,
we're not focusing on the fact
just
that
treat
we're
people
already
like
doing
people,
that.
bro. Like you ain't gotta whip them, bro, and get
No,
get
I
out
agree
of
with
hand
that.
with it. Like that's the part. But
But I mean, they also were putting little Mexican kids in cages, so
That's true.
they don't give a fuck.
I think one of our
that part.
one of our biggest issues, like not our because that's not my fucking job. But one of the biggest issues is that the fucking budget for weapons and army and all that other shit is so high. Even like police and all that stuff. Like if we were putting these resources into the programs that already exist, then I'm sure that it would be a little bit smoother and they could hire more people to process what they need to process and do all that other stuff. But all of our money is going into resources so we can go to other countries and fuck up their stuff, and it's not being put back into here. I feel like that's part of the issue is that our resources, and we're already in debt. That all of that debt that
money's not even fucking real though. Like
that part. Let's put this fake money. Let's add a couple more zeros to the budget. That's for immigration and citizenship and all that stuff.
I think that there's a lot of stuff that we
Who
can
got
be
the
putting.
login? Can one of y'all hack?
For real.
There's so many different organizations and groups and all this other stuff that we can be putting money, resources, time, everything. Like, bro, y'all sit here and talk about how no one wants to work and no one wants to do anything. There are people out there that have skills that are willing to help people, that are willing to help y'all do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. Even then, if y'all wanted to build an army of this real big, negative, evil ass shit, why the fuck are y'all not recruiting these people that don't want to work who y'all are claiming? Like, I just feel like I'm saying I don't agree with that. I'm just saying in general though, you keep claiming that no one wants to work, no one wants to do anything. Why are you not giving people opportunity? Like, we have so many ways that we could build on other things, and the U.S. doesn't give a fuck about people at all. They don't give a fuck about the people that are in it. They don't give a fuck about the people that are out. And with that being said, like, you can't sit here and say that these people don't want this, or, these immigrants aren't actually seeking asylum. They're trying to come in here and ruin our country. You can't say none of that because you're not even putting investments into them.
Or like to save them.
Exactly. What do you mean, huh? Like, I'm literally saying that the U.S. will say that immigrants aren't trying to be good people, or that they're not here for the right reasons, and they're not even worried about the people that are here. They're saying that they're making excuses, saying that people don't want to work. They don't even want to take care of the people that are here. So, Misha was saying that we need to put more money into these organizations, and in order to do that, you need manpower.
Yeah.
So are we trying to put more money into the people here, or the people that are coming in?
Everyone. A person is a person. You need to put more money towards people because the shit is fake anyways.
I feel like putting that money
If we take a 10,
towards the resources, towards the
I need a moose
organizations that already start fighting. Place your bets right now.
If we take 10% of what we putting into guns and army and stuff, I'm pretty sure it'd be more than able to take care of immigrants and people that already are here.
Because if they're really seeking asylum from whatever's happening in Haiti, and they have that legal right to do that, then if we were using our money for the correct resources, FEMA would have what they needed to support.
So
And also,
What's that stupid
Haiti's
stat?
one country,
Yeah.
There's a stupid
One.
stat.
There's other countries,
and we have
yes.
150,000 that we're harboring right now. So y'all are saying that we should help every single country,
no, I'm
people that want
saying
to come over?
that
Because I mean,
if all of our
like,
budget wasn't, if all
because
of our
all of
budget,
these countries need help, like almost all of them.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And so, like, where do we allocate that?
I'm saying if our budget wasn't focused on weapons and army and all that other stuff, then it could be focused on other resources. If in a perfect world, if our budget was used to actually help people, it could possibly keep people from coming over here. Like if they needed they needed assistance, instead of this sounds so because this is
That's why the shit I was saying.
this
yes,
is not
that's
gonna
the
it's
shit I was
never
saying.
gonna happen. But like imagine that in a perfect world we used the money. What is this? The city, the NYPD budget is 98.56 billion.
5.4.
I'm sorry,
5.44 billion.
5.44 billion. But for the military budget that I was just looking up online, it's like almost 3 billion for military and weapon and whatever to research weapons. I'm saying, in a perfect world, if we could use that money for countries that needed help for their people, then they wouldn't be coming over here.
I get it, but I just.
Exactly. I mean,
I feel like almost all of these were two sides of our mouth at this point, because we're talking about Afghanistan, right? We were over there. We wanted everyone back. Then we came back. They were like, why did we leave? We didn't have an infrastructure, all these other things like that. We're over there when we shouldn't be over there. So,
we're over there
y'all want us
colonizing.
over there helping these other countries out?
I didn't mind.
they weren't. I don't think that they were doing
I
it.
don't
They
think
went
so.
over there for
They're
the
doing
wrong
something, 'cause
reasons,
now
and
that
even
we're
if they
not
changed
there,
their
now
agenda
that
while
it's-
they were there,
the
it
countries are
didn't
taking
do
over.
anything because we had already colonized
The
them.
country got taken over when we
Exactly.
were there. They
Yeah.
left because the country got taken over.
That's not
fully
that's not true.
officially.
We basically kept the Taliban from taking over. Once we left, there was nobody to basically protect that.
I feel like this is a CNN, Fox News fight right now that I don't want to be a part of anymore.
Or anything.
Yeah.
Please don't listen to the podcast and think that.
Sorry, guys.
is 100%.
This is Imperfect Voices
Imperfect
podcast,
Voices
here.
podcast.
Imperfect Voices. Extra emphasis on the end.
Just coming up here to
Perfect.
argue and see things from different perspectives.
We really come up here to argue with each other
Show off my
verbally
grill.
so that we don't fight like other people that we don't agree with or even ourselves. Like,
Because I do be on Twitter choosing not violence, so I can choose violence here.
Jared.
So there's always gonna be that.
you know what, bro? Okay, that actually takes me to people on Twitter trying to drag me the other day,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, I'm not gonna argue with somebody online when I can argue with my friends in person.
Yeah. I
Take
used
it
to
out
argue
on
with
us.
people on Twitter, though.
No, I used to argue with people bad,
It's
bro.
kind of fun. It's kind of fun to argue
It
with
is
people
so
on
much
Twitter.
fun, and
'Cause
like,
you don't really know them.
and not even that, y'all can go back. But you know what's scary though? Whenever they find a way to find
Which
you.
is why I stopped arguing, because you say
Yeah.
one thing and they go into your pictures and they drag in every one of your selfies, and like if you got something dirty in the back, now you're trending on Twitter because your room is dirty. And, yeah, so
Dang.
You know what?
That's
That's why I don't
fine.
post
That's
selfies because I
Yeah.
know I'm not. I'm not cute. I was gonna say I'm not ugly. I'm not ugly.
that's why I want to post selfies. So I'm like, I'm gonna be nice to everybody.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Someone told me the other day that Misha was so nice, and I was like, nah, fuck her. She's not nice.
Jordan,
But
would you agree?
I'm literally
Jordan, would you agree that
But
Misha's
she
the
is.
nicest
She
person
is.
on the
And
podcast?
ever since I told Jay about it. Ever since I told him, and he was like, no, she really is nice. I was like, damn, she really is nice.
Because I love y'all.
I want to paint her as a bad person so bad.
You can't. Look at she listens to too much friendly music to be able to be mean.
Yeah, Misha will.
Honestly,
spread
and
all
that's
the
what I
love.
realized the other day, because we were at Sharon's, and Sharon's birthday is this week, y'all, by the way.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
Yep.
Happy birthday to Sharon.
We're all gonna.
Y'all were playing a song, and I didn't know the song, and I was like, dang, I don't listen to y'all's music, like, at all. Like,
I was making fun of you on the last podcast.
What we listened to.
I don't know.
It was
Some
like rap
song.
Yeah, some rap
Some
song.
rap thing.
Some rap guy's girlfriend.
She's so old, yeah.
I am.
Some rapper, just rapping.
I'm not a
They were like
rap
mumbling, and I
fan.
couldn't even understand anything they were saying.
It's probably because I'm like such a huge Drake fan. So, anyways, we gotta do this one.
Oh, speaking of music.
Yep. Speaking of music.
Oh,
Speaking
God.
of music, it came out on the internet, and if it's on the internet, it's real.
I'm not co-signing
obviously,
this, by the way.
it's a question.
I'll
Okay.
do it.
R. Kelly's net worth is negative $2 million. Can we play the remix to Ignition out loud now?
So we can earn us some money.
No, I don't think so,
We-
because you think about it.
Is he getting those coins still?
Okay,
Or
so
did they take all his things?
me and Jay cheated because we already had this whole debate the other day.
Conversation.
Yeah. It was a conversation because we agreed with each other, which that doesn't happen very
Not at
often.
all.
But okay, he was like, okay, so can we now listen? Because I'm not gonna lie, I was listening to Step in the Name of Love the other day on accident. It came on shuffle, and I was just like, bro, like, why is the music so good? You know, whatever. I was like, we're not supposed to be listening to this shit, whatever. And he was like, but he's negative $2 million, and like all of his money is gonna be going to lawyers and you know whatever.
And
And
think
I
about
was
who
like,
gets most of the money from music. It's old white people.
That's true.
So we want to make them rich.
We already do. So why
They're
not keep
getting
going?
rich off of other
We
music,
already
but-
do.
Yeah, we already do.
We already do.
Golly, thank you.
I know I'm about to switch.
Look.
We're not
Energy.
sponsored. We're not sponsored.
Okay, he be. Hey, look at him.
No,
Look at
no.
him. Who is he? Who is this man? Who is this man?
Whose man is this? But yeah, do y'all think it's okay to listen to it out loud now?
No.
I mean,
Nah.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't care.
I know you don't care because I don't care either. I feel like, bro, I know that streams don't pay them that much. So if I were to be like,
You gotta stream a song like millions of times for them to get $1.
And I will.
Is it about the
While I'm
money
asleep.
though? Is it about the money?
Yeah.
she's talking about other people, I swear.
No.
For me, it is.
No, it's about the
me.
morals.
about the
Yeah,
morals.
it's about the morals of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Which leads me to my follow-up question. If we could get somebody to cover all of R. Kelly's old jams that are amazing, who would y'all choose?
No.
That's a great question.
No.
he still wrote them.
He would get
Jordan, imaginary world. Okay,
Okay, listen.
Imaginary.
Okay, again, like we said at the beginning, devil's favorite advocate.
Imaginary Jordan.
All right.
Okay,
we
and an
didn't like
imagine-
these songs. There were other songs.
Yeah.
Would we listen?
No. Who would you want to
sing them.
Oh, who?
Who would you
Cover
want to
them.
cover
Cover
them
his
so we can
discography.
listen to it over again?
Usher.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, I know that. Yeah, Usher was
That's a layup.
definitely like top of my
That's
head.
a layup.
I would want him to sound exactly
Jaquise.
like Robert Kelly. King of
I know?
Isn't his name Jock?
What can I say?
Yeah, Jacquees.
Yeah,
She said
But I
Jacquees.
know she said Shaquise. I was like,
Oh yeah, okay.
Jacquees.
he goes, Jock. He doesn't he have like a R. Kelly like sample in one of his songs?
Probably. I mean,
I don't doubt it.
he was making good music, and people were really like.
They're
It was
hating on
good.
him.
And-
Yeah.
well, it
They're
wasn't
hating
until he started calling himself the king of R&B.
Yeah.
Like it's a.
Not the
That's
king.
when. That's when
Speaking
he
Speaking
fell
of the
off.
king.
Keith Sweat went
Speaking
backstage
of the king.
Speaking of the
and impressed
king.
him. Speaking of the king,
This king.
what king? Oh
The-
yeah, it
the
came up
king.
again on the timeline for like the 14th time. They're recycling so many old
Everything.
stories.
Bro,
Everything.
that's why I said Twitter's really trash.
new content.
Yes, there's no new
We're
content
stuck
right
in a
now.
rat race. Sorry.
Maybe we did slip
Meltdown.
through the
And I mean, it was
rat race
kind of different. It was kind of different, but just how famous MJ is compared to Drake, and it just made me. I didn't want to talk about them too personally. I just want to talk about how popularity is different in
I want
2021
to talk about them.
going into 2022
Oh, just,
compared to the 1990s.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I feel like it's not as
Let's
crazy as it used to be because
Exactly.
well, not our parents, thank God, because not my parents. Let me say that. But people were like following bands on tour, like
Yeah,
dropping
yeah.
everything they could to like follow like Queen
No.
and shit,
Did
like
you-
to every concert
Have
that
you
they were
seen
doing.
these
In the whole
concert
country.
videos?
Yeah.
Beatles, Queen.
yes.
Those people did it with Michael Jackson too.
What
Yes.
was the thing? Woodstock. Like
Okay.
that was some wild shit.
Two videos that I want to talk about. There was like a compilation of videos, and then there was another video of just Michael Jackson. But the compilation of videos are videos of people like passing out as soon as people like walk out into the stage. Like it was like old videos. Like they were like Woodstock, stuff like that.
Imagine.
Yes, like literally you see him walk out and you're like.
Like, did you see that video that just was on Twitter about the kid who like fell when he saw the baby?
Yeah,
That man was
No, I was laughing about that video
He lost
because
all of his motor skills.
he went and he was falling on the
baby.
car, and the
Not the
girl
problem.
comes out in the middle of the video where he's like geeking out, and she's like, "Did someone touch my car?" And I was like, "Bitch, I hate her. Why are you ruining his life?"
See, but I feel like now that I talk about that, to Jay's point, I feel like because it was so like you couldn't keep up with them, like you didn't know anything about them. You literally just listened to their music. You couldn't see them.
Let's
you
paint the
couldn't talk to
picture.
them.
There was no
Sorry, the
social media.
The other video was when Michael Jackson came out, and for a solid 6 minutes, he was fucking silent.
At the
and
Super Bowl. At the
Yes,
Super Bowl, he called out and said,
it's like
The crowd was going crazy.
Which
It was
Super Bowl
insane.
That was early.
the Cowboys won.
was
okay.
it?
Go Cowboys.
Wow.
Go Cowboys, go.
By the way, okay, go ahead. I'm gonna look up which one. 'cause,
But yeah, so like Jay said, there's no social media, there's no phones, there's no
No
like
internet.
digital cameras, like barely any cameras. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for at that time, it was such a big deal.
Yeah.
Like you literally like we're seeing this person in real life that you've only heard through radio songs. You know what I'm saying? So I could definitely see that being like a, I'm gonna pass out type thing. Like I'm gonna spend all my money to go.
Yeah,
see them.
dang, Mish, you said that for real. You've only heard this person. You've only heard them through records. You've only heard them through the radio. There ain't playlists. There ain't Apple Music. There ain't no Spotify.
When you see
like-
the picture, like if you like bought their cassette. Oh my God, cassettes!
Yeah.
It was the 1993 Super Bowl. By the
Well,
way.
Michael Jackson was like PS1 may know this, was like the first artist really on MTV to really be popping.
Yeah.
At least the
Really-
first black one for
Well, it
sure.
really got MTV
Yeah.
like off and moving and
Yeah.
stuff like with Thriller, and people were like waiting for like videos to come out and stuff. So that was big, but also access to music was less,
Yeah.
right? So there was less, like you couldn't just, all right, I want to listen to this artist on SoundCloud or whatever. You know, like
Yeah.
we have so much music at our disposal now. Like
Yeah,
you can
can't
follow
even
whoever
really
you want.
Like, I remember-
exactly.
Back then, there was like, all right, the top
This
of
is
the
it,
top, all right,
yeah.
let's say 80s, like Michael Jackson, Madonna, you know, Janet Jackson, whatever. Those were the top ones. And then, all right, yeah, there's a few others, but, you know.
I remember a couple stories from my mom because she used to live in Austin and she'd stay down here in Waco for a couple months, summer or whatever. And like when she would come, she would be bringing the music from Austin.
Yeah.
Like they ain't never
Yes,
heard of, bro.
different-
Like,
yes,
I was like, bro, that's,
that's
crazy. Just
crazy.
imagine that, bro. Like
That's crazy.
you can pit on to
Like I got
music.
this new shit.
Yeah, it took people coming from out of town.
That's
to-
really crazy
to
though
you.
too, because
It had to be really put in
imagine,
front of your face.
you know how big Pac and Biggie got, like, because it was getting played across airways. Like it was
Yeah.
literally just picking up, rolling across the country.
That is
That is
crazy.
It's wild
Wow.
because they weren't out here being like, I'm gonna get on IG Live and be like, stream my new single.
Yeah.
IG Live.
Stream my new single. Yeah.
I'm gonna drop a visual album and not tell anybody about it.
But I do think like pop still has a little bit of an element of that, like K-pop or like, you know, like when One Direction was big. Like, I think it's like when you have.
Or Lorraine we saw last week.
Whoa, that was wild.
Never.
But I think it's like kids still have that a little bit.
Yeah, I
Like
agree. I
preteens
really
and,
don't
like,
know.
Young girls, they like still fawn
Because
over.
yes, just because you brought it up and now I want to talk about it. BTS was in
You have a
the
30-second timer,
States,
go.
okay, and people were like at the airport waiting
Yeah.
for them, like counting down and or whatever, which is super frowned upon. So if that's not a thing to do, but like it's like that
That's
kind of
like-
crazy. And I have saw interviews where people, other famous artists, are like when BTS comes to these award shows, it's like being around the Beatles or it's like being
Right,
around stuff
yeah.
like that because
But they're like
so
kind of
crazy.
untouchable. They're like not untouchable, but like it's hard to like get with them, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like that's why it's such a crazy thing that all these artists are making music with them right now. And then like Megan was in their actual presence, bro.
I'm not trying
The
to.
hot girl coach at BTS.
I'm not trying to downplay what you do, but like that is why rappers can go on tour in Europe and London for
Yeah.
months at a time because they value it more than us.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
available to BTS like
Exactly.
that. You
Yeah,
know?
they're not
Americans
available to
aren't.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not
that
available
makes
to
sense.
us.
Yeah.
So that's why like an old rap act that no one cares for anymore can go stay in London for months
Yeah.
and make mad guap. You
Well,
know,
that's why the Beatles was big, right? When they first came to the
Over
the
here,
States.
yeah.
But does that further prove that Michael Jackson was just
People was tripping
that
on them.
dude?
They need to
Yes,
stop.
when
because he was getting
he was
that
in
pull
America,
here in
like
America.
doing that. Like,
Wow.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Imagine
though.
like seeing him live. I can't.
I think Drake would be doing the same thing as
Without
Michael
the
Jackson in the 90s.
I don't
I
know.
Throw it
think-
out there. Just
I don't
shoot from three
He
real
don't
quick.
dance.
Yeah,
He don't do
True,
nothing.
he don't dance.
He be out there just being like,
Rich.
he be like out here showing his laterals and his
his laterals.
his laterals and his breast augmentation.
I think I'm dead. I think we're gonna have to go through these kind of quickly, which is fine.
So
'cause this first
popularity
one's
is
not
dead, right?
important.
We can just agree with that
Yeah.
real quick before we go. The value of popularity
We'll
has
never see
died.
another Michael
Yeah,
Jackson.
definitely.
Let's
Because
put
it's
it
I don't
spread.
think- but
it
I-
spreads too quickly.
And in that question that it had been
Moral of
set
the
up
story.
though, moral
Yeah.
of the story, there's absolutely no way that Drake is touching Michael Jackson. I'm sorry. Never.
I
N-
agree.
As far as
Agree.
that's concerned.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the numbers, I mean,
Even-
somebody will beat him at one point.
If Michael Jackson was still alive right now, he would be so fucking rich. He's making so many like riches off of his music still. Me and Jay played his music the other night.
He bought Eminem's catalog. I saw that tweet.
That's
He
crazy.
bought Eminem's
What are we
whole
doing
catalog.
next? Music? Waukesha remix?
He was just being
Yeah, I was like,
petty.
it was
Y'all hear the Waukesha remix?
yes, Lil Wayne went off
Bops.
on that bitch.
Oh yeah, I think.
And
I remember
Ashanti.
Oh yeah, Ashanti was
Put
on there.
Ashanti on the Waukesha remix. Yeah. NBA Youngboy got a new album out.
that. And Jay was slandering.
Not slandering. I just like.
He was being a
I like
hater.
moving for the underdog.
That's true.
NBA
Is
Youngboy.
NBA young boy an underdog though?
Yes, because
He
he has
looked
his
like an
own.
underdog.
I think so.
he looked like he came from under something.
Or something. Why be better? But I shout out to the kids out there. Why be better?
No, yeah, but he was. Go ahead.
No,
Talk
I'm
your
just
shit.
saying.
Talk your shit.
I'm
It's a
just
good
saying
conversation.
him.
Yeah, let's talk about
he has his own label under Motown. He has no backing from the majors. Major artists aren't even posting his album, and he's
Yeah.
finna be #1 next month over someone like Lil Nas X, who has a whole machine behind him
Have you
and
seen?
did a whole huge rollout.
Have
He
you
really
seen
did.
And
the
Drake, though,
picture?
And Drake, but
It's an
it's
old
Drake's
picture
week 3 or 4.
where the girl was like recording music for her boyfriend to send him songs, and he was like asking
Screen
for
recording, bro.
music to send her.
Screen
boyfriend.
Yeah, she was like,
He was like, "Send outside today, the explicit version."
Yeah.
Yeah, explicit.
He said,
Explicit.
yeah, he said, babe, the explicit version though, because I guess she said the clean
Yeah.
version. Like, come on, bro.
To keep it moving, Nio, I don't know if I'm saying her name right.
I thought you said
now. Maybe it's now.
Meow.
She just dropped an R&B and soul album. It's called "And Then Life Is Beautiful." It's really good. It's got Lucky
Don't put me
Day
on
on
that
it.
shit.
It's like super like good vibes. I don't know if y'all have listened to her, but I'm gonna tell y'all some songs to go listen to if you haven't.
Okay.
Her first album, For All We Know, is really good, and the song is a sad song. It's called Next Life. I can't find it. And the other one is Inhale, Exhale.
You said that Lucky Day is on her new album? Yeah. Did you hear his new song that he just dropped? No. It was really good.
New song called
Ober. But I was trying to send it to someone. And
Sorry, wait, let me record myself. The first song is Inhale Exhale, and the second song is Another Lifetime. Another Lifetime is on her second studio album, Saturn, which just came out in 2018.
Sound like you're having a baby.
What were you saying about Over, Lucky Day? You
Oh, okay.
send
So
somebody?
I sent it to someone, and they were just like, "Well, I don't really know how I feel about it because apparently he was like in this controversial like topic on Twitter that he stole cover art from like a really small artist, and like it was like it looked exactly the same."
In the words of Jay-Z, you made it a hot line, I made it a hot song. It's a good song. This Lucky Day. It's it's a sample of Music Soul Child,
Yeah,
Nice.
it's really good.
and it's nice. I like it a lot. Shout out to Lucky Day. I like
Really
his
hope that's not
music a
true
lot.
because morally I would have to stop listening to him if he was stealing small artists.
That happened
so.
to Ariana whenever she came out with Seven
her-
Rings.
Oh,
Yeah, Seven Rings. There was another artist who I'm not gonna name, and she had a song, and whenever Ariana came out the song, she was all saying like, "This is my song, this is my song." But I feel like
is it Azealia Banks?
No.
We don't give a fuck.
Easy Day.
I feel like she should have went a different direction with it. I feel like she could have used it for leverage, and she didn't. She tried to become a hater against a global pop star. So
Yeah.
it just
Who did that?
Princess Nokia.
Oh, girl.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
I know there was a lot of controversy with that song because
Yeah.
it was
2 Chainz too.
Well, 2 Chainz, and then these are a few of my favorite things, which is
Well,
that was
that's
intentional.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound of Music.
Yeah, Sound of Music.
Eric Bellinger, What About Us, featuring 7th Streeter. It's a bop too.
I thought you were talking about, you know how she has that new cover thing because she's releasing makeup or something?
Yeah, that was stupid.
And they were saying that, someone was trying to
Ariana?
slander her. Yeah, she's releasing something like that. Somebody was trying to slander her and say that she had like completely bit off this
Get the bag
Vogue
clean.
cover from the 60s, but it was
was
like
obviously
intentional.
intentional,
Yeah, it was intentional. And they
People
were just
wanna
being,
find-
they were haters,
They want to find
bro.
something.
And kind of sticking to music, Tory Lanez, they thought he was arrested because he said it's been good and he deleted all his social
But he
media.
died.
But no, he's gonna
Damn it!
everything's a rollout. He's dropping a new project that's like 80s inspired or something like that.
I bet you that's just trash. I bet you ain't getting no streams. I bet you ain't going #1.
I bet you I ain't gonna listen.
People will listen, people will get streams because y'all tweets don't be adding up. Y'all be lying
I'm
out
gonna
here
listen.
on these
Yeah,
internet
listen to it.
streets.
All right, tell me how it
I'm
goes.
curious.
That's all I do.
Jay was talking about the Can I remix, or well, it was
The
regular.
the OG version.
Well, I was like reading the lyrics because I wasn't gonna give him a stream, but I read the lyrics and I was like, damn, he really did go off.
He did, yeah. Originally, it was good.
But she flipped it really well.
I like her version.
I like her version too. I don't know what his sounds like.
We're not going to interrupt you. Yep. Quick hits.
They asked Daniel Gregg, should James Bond be a woman? And he said, no, I think we should make roles where women are the original characters. And we ain't got to make no James Bond for a woman. Just
I liked it.
yeah.
I like there was a lot of quick clickbait with that.
Yeah.
But if you looked at his actual quote, he's like, there should be a woman's like
Version of it.
like a big role similar to
Yeah,
James Bond
not
for
saying-
women.
yeah.
Not saying
She
that
was
we
a
have to,
woman.
That would be
James
badass.
Bond.
Exactly. Like you shouldn't have to make it.
yeah.
You know.
That's kind of what they did with that Ocean's like 13 with
Ocean's
the women.
8.
Oh,
Yeah.
girl, yeah, you know I don't know that shit.
Oceans is
And
my
this ain't a
jam.
Netflix
Ocean's
podcast,
56.
but dang. We got a bunch of Netflix news. Netflix is about to acquire his biggest accusation in company history. It's been by Willy Wonka's catalog.
Wow.
What?
That
Yeah.
one movie that he has?
That's so.
What? Is there
It's
one
the
movie?
biggest accusation in company history. So,
Oh, okay.
Tiger King 2 is going to come out. Y'all excited for that? Did y'all watch Tiger King 1?
I did watch.
Wait, is it gonna be the same people?
Yeah.
What? Wait, they need to be looking on that second guy, the one that acquired everything after.
Yeah.
They definitely need to be looking.
I would like to see
He's
where.
creepy.
I mean, it's probably going to be catching up with what's.
I just
going
noticed
on
your
since
shirt
it-
right now. Can we block that out somehow?
Oh my God.
I changed my shirt. I had a shirt on today.
I know you did. I saw it.
Troll.
I tried not to say that to you though.
I like it.
It's soft. Their
Misha's
shirts
dreams
are
is
really
coming
soft.
true. Sweetie is not going to be rapping. She's going to be doing a whole.
You go, queen.
She's gonna host Sex Unzipped.
Oh, no.
You definitely got my views.
Oh no.
Right?
As a new special about
Does that
all.
mean that you are now coming out that you chose Sweetie's ass to eat?
I'm
Oh.
dead.
a
we'll
new
talk about
special
it now.
about sex positivity debuting October 26th. Sweetie is joined by sex experts and celebs to help address
Say
the
that
biggest
again. Sex experts and celebs.
to address the biggest misconceptions surrounding sex and identity.
Assumption.
I think that's a good. If that show's clean, that could be a really good show.
Why? Why is that
Because
the
if it's for adults, like we probably already know a lot of that stuff. But like if it could be,
It could be targeted
Oh,
to like
Tuesday.
younger,
where like
yeah.
younger audience could watch it too
Oh,
and
bet.
learn stuff. You know.
Tuesday, Britney versus Spears, documentary Netflix about her,
Oh, I'm
and Kanye's
haven't watched
documentary Genius.
Genius.
is about
Down to watch that too.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So dang, that's
I
a
like
lot of
docs.
Netflix.
Misha
Yeah.
was like,
Netflix.
no, you said that you wanted to see him yell at Chance.
Yeah, I want to see
I
him
said Kid
yell at
Cudi.
Chance.
Ooh.
Nike announced partnership with Meg Thee Stallion.
Oh my
Meg.
God! If y'all
I
haven't
just
seen the
realized-
video,
So Mishi, you got all this Adidas.
Yeah.
What you finna do now? Because it's checks over stripes. That's what I like.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
I really would have liked to seen her sweat.
yeah, she looked so beautiful.
She was. I'm like, you're in Nike. Can I see you like working up
By
a
the
sweat?
way,
Like,
the fake running they had her doing was
yes.
not good.
Like, I'm trying to see you in some Nike,
She was like this.
working out.
Her boobs weren't even
like,
jumping. I wanted to see them.
Oh god.
I wanted to see them knock her
glistening,
out.
skin glowing. Like, that's what I.
I always
wanna
thought she was
see. I be in the
athletic,
gym,
but-
so I'm trying to see. If she got to be working out. She got a nice body. Like,
But that's what she was saying. She was saying, like the promo video was like, they always think that we're not athletes if we're not doing shit. She was like, but I want to see you do 15-hour like training days and
Rehearsal
all this.
sessions
Yeah.
and stuff like
15
that. yeah.
what?
She said that she does 15-hour like rehearsals and stuff
Okay,
sometimes.
well, can you upload the video? Damn. Gatekeeping.
We've seen some videos. So she always shows those videos like she's doing knee stuff, and it's like,
Yeah. She always has a
I
little,
want the
the
full
little
Yeah,
package.
pad
I
on.
want
yeah.
the full plan. I want the meal plan. Give me the secrets.
Shout out to Apple for doing more, for being more advanced in this country. They're about to introduce vaccination cards that we can just put in our Apple wallet, so we ain't got to
And
carry
this
this
is why we
card.
keep giving the white man money.
Yup.
And speaking of Apple, their iOS 15 update is tight, and I'm not gonna
It's
get
fire,
into it.
dog.
But there's a thread
So we
going
got to carry
around
these big
Twitter.
old suckers. I don't know.
Onto
You
the
know
house.
why?
Big bags, big
Because you
bags.
can easily just like,
Big backs.
Shoves it in my mouth.
Hey.
why is it so messy?
Go, go.
Why
Because
don't you
I
laminate it?
accidentally washed it, guys.
It-
Hey, real G's mess up, dog. Real G's mess up.
I touched on the iOS update. It's tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tight. I like
It's
it.
really
too.
cool.
I like it. AMC's about to start accepting Dogecoin and other cryptocurrencies by the end of the year. How much longer do we have left on this earth, y'all?
That's a good question. I'd probably say like a solid 35 years.
Hold on, wait. I have something to say because did you say that did you see that video that's been going around? It's on TikTok and they're saying that they're gonna start taxing us for making more or getting invoices of $600 or more. I think on Cash App, Venmo, and
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
No, I didn't see this.
Because
So whenever somebody gives you,
So they're gonna
that much
start
money,
taxing. You're
get
gonna
taxed.
if they see that, then
because
they're gonna send you a tax
businesses
form.
because businesses and other like stuff, they use Cash App, so they don't have to like have an actual
Pay
transaction.
taxes, yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
so they're
Venmo.
like not paying taxes on it.
And then they
Oh, I
also
didn't
say
know
like
that.
you send like emojis and not send like 4 shirts
Yeah.
or 4 scarves like or
4
whatever. Yeah,
braids or
whatever you're
whatever.
purchasing. You're not supposed to. And on PayPal, if you put there's like a checkbox that you have. It's either services and goods or like family and friends.
Right.
But that's also how they scam you because if you check the family and friends, then it like kind of gets you out of an agreement that you can get the money back because PayPal's really good about getting you your money back whenever you're like scammed.
This is not the same, but kind of the same. I recently read an article about a guy who is getting sued by Google and Facebook because he was sending them fake invoices and they were paying him. And he got like a couple $1 million from
Nice.
it. Yeah.
Damn, I'm sorry that you got caught, but
Literally.
I bet you that bag was real good when he was getting
For
it.
real.
I'm sorry, King.
Yeah.
Gunna opened up a free grocery store for the kids at his old middle
Yay!
school.
Shout out to
It
Gunna.
offers
free
food,
grocery
clothes,
store?
hygiene items
That's
for
so
students
cool.
in needs.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Gunna.
And he
Shout out
said
to
that
Gunna.
it's not the. I
Yeah.
love it.
That's
Yeah.
really,
And
really
he shot
cool.
his shot at Chloe Bailey on social media. That's
Baby,
dope.
we all shoot our shot at Chloe Bailey.
Literally,
I
special.
said, get in line.
It was what
Mental health.
suicide awareness
Yeah,
week?
mental
a
health
couple
month
weeks ago,
and suicide awareness.
and I just wanted to
Get some stats.
talk to the fellas real quick.
Yes.
84 men a week take their own life. 75% of all suicides are male. Men are less likely to get help. Speak out. Talking saves lives. Suicide Prevention Month. Fellas,
For sure.
don't hold it in. Stop trying to be machismo. Talk. Get it, let it out. Don't
Y'all gotta
hold it
break
in.
those
Just
generational curses.
find somebody, one person that you can talk to.
And if
whether-
you like, I don't have anybody, you can talk to me.
Bro.
Because I will literally talk to
There you
whoever.
go. Talk
And
to me.
seek therapy, y'all.
And she will be so nice to you.
Well, I care about
She
you
really
already,
does.
and I don't even know you. So, what'd you say? Seek therapy?
Seek
Yes,
therapy, dog.
100%.
Seek therapy, man.
Misha's the one who taught me how to love.
I've done therapy. I'm doing
Lil
therapy
Wayne told
now.
me how
You're
to
doing
love.
therapy, right?
How to love.
Yeah, I need to go back.
Yeah, I also need to go back.
It's been a while.
I got therapy tomorrow.
Yeah.
Love that.
Mine's on Thursdays.
I do it weekly. You know
It's
why?
really nice.
Because that's my best
Healthy, we're
friend.
adults. I love it.
It's nice.
It's expensive, bro. If anybody wants to pay for like one of my therapy sessions, it's $800.
Like 90% retail therapy.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, she did the retail
Your
side.
dad said that earlier. He was like, "That ain't a blessing. You bought that."
I bless myself and
Treat yourself.
God was able to bless me to bless myself.
That's literally what he was saying. He was like, "Shut the hell up." That's what that.
I'm blessed to be a blessing into my own.
Yeah, exactly.
I am good ground.
And if you don't know, you need to go follow Riverside. For real though.
Go follow
Shameless
Riverside. Go listen to Riverside Weekly Podcast.
Okay.
Every
Yeah,
Wednesday.
shout out to them.
Two of my favorite people.
Every Wednesday.
Every
Wednesday.
Wyndon does
Every Wednesday.
Can you spell Wednesday?
Heck no.
Okay.
I can't wait to do. We said we were gonna do.
I'm doing
spelling bee one day.
spelling bee for
We
the
gotta
Every
do
Wednesday
it.
podcast.
I'm
on Misha's
weak.
team. Me and Misha versus y'all too.
Y'all be stupid, honestly.
Keela and the bee.
Yeah, Keela in the
Yeah.
flesh, baby.
Because I like to read.
Why do y'all not know the difference between your, and your?
222.
Bye.
You want to
Literally,
close this out?
Yeah, appreciate y'all for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. The Perfect Voices Podcast.
I'm sorry.
The new Twitter handle, the IV Podcast. Even Misha can't get it right, so don't worry if you
I
don't
gave
get it
up.
right the first time.
Steph was like, it's wrong. I don't care.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry.
I know we're closing out. I'm sorry. I love when y'all hit me up after listening to the podcast and
Oh
you're
my
like,
God.
hey, you're wrong. That's a dumb opinion, and we can argue about
That
it.
shit is so funny.
Because we had a conversation with our my friend Julio about Doja's features, and it was actually really fun. And I've had other people come into my DMs or whatever and be like, what do you mean ketchup goes in the fridge and stuff like that. So always feel free to do that.
Ketchup does not go in the fridge.
But yeah.
You got
Okay.
something to say?
We love you.
No, I was just gonna say that I have. So I'm really lame. I have been screenshotting whenever y'all tell me that y'all listen to the
Because
pod, and I
Steph
like
is a
cry.
narc. That's why.
It's not because I'm a narc. It's because I'll tell everybody. I'll be like, y'all, look, they listen to us. They love us, and they're saved inside my favorites.
I love that.
On my camp.
You should send all of them to
Oh,
us.
but
I'll send them to you.
This is us ending the.
You know what? Actually, we're gonna. Yeah, it's.
We don't know how to stop talking.
thanks for listening to the podcast. Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. YouTube.
Instagram.
We out here. Peace.
Twitter.
Bye.
Bye.